Good evening, crewmates. Captain Andy here again for a third time this evening to bring for you more Final Fantasy XIV's goodness. For all the stories and quests that this game has to offer, I plan to show you as much as I can of it. We're continuing that quest right now with Clalin's botanist run. Botany is one of the three gathering classes. We've done two previously, Miner Ulda and Fisher and Limsa. And now we're going to complete that trifecta and go down it with botany. Now, botanist is, you might think botanist is more working with plants, in a way it is, but in this case here, botanist is used to chop down trees and harvest plants. So, without further ado, the Botany Guild is, I mentioned, found in Gridania, specifically in Old Gridania, and it is the west part of Old Gridania, just north of the Conjurers Guild. And along with that, if we go towards the Botanist Guild, you can also see with its logo, banner and logo, which is a stalk of wheat. Right outside its main arc. And you can also, as you walk around, you see like signs and whatnot. I'll show you like pointing which way, what is where. I wonder if this one right here might be good. Yeah, here we go. As I said here, to the right is the Leatherworkers Guild. To the left is the Botanist Guild, and to the front up here, I think that's meant just for a shop, which is right here, the Whistling Miller. All right, let's continue on. Now, the Botanist questline is not something I've done with Clalin, so this will be new content for Clalin. No need to use New Game Plus. There's only 4 jobs left for Clalin to do: botany, which I'm doing now, along with carpentry, leatherworking, and lastly, Lancer Dragoon. Alright, let's get this stuff going. Talked with Fufusha. I see you have your hatchet on you. Very good. A botanist's hatchet is his livelihood. Never forget this. If you fail to keep its blade clean and keen, your efforts will yield you naught but sweat and splinters. But let us see to your first task. Ah, yes. To help you grasp the basics of botany, I would like you to gather 10 pots worth of latex. The forest yields to us many and more resources. It is the botanist's job to know what can be found and where. If it is latex you require, you would do well to search out just outside the Blue Badger Gate or the Yellow Serpent Gate. Seek out the mature trees that stand in those areas, and then put your hatchet to use. I wish you well. Alright. As I do this, I'm going to get rid of some items which I forgot to do previously. So we're just going right outside the Blue Badger Gate right up ahead. And we're being drenched with water here. Fantastic. So, when you go for gathering, much like with mine, you're going to see items on your map here. These are all places you can gather. They have that stalk of wheat, which just symbolizes the botanist. And we're looking for latex. 10 pots of latex. Right here. Alright. Gotta fix this up better than what I want it to be, but here. We'll get this all done in one shot. Here. Just get it done. I'll show you how to have this done later. Alright. Oh, we're done with this. Let's go bring this back. Any excess I find, I'm just going to sell to an NPC or through the market board, one of the two. Latex, and actually I'm curious on will people actually buy this from the market board? I don't know. I'm curious to find out. Tell you what. I gotta get rid of stuff. Anyways, we got several quests worth to do. So I'm just gonna go here first. The Whistling Miller. Get rid of a couple items I have, so I can just make room for more stuff. That's not what you need to do. Just buy my meat, skin, mushrooms, and secretions. Next we go this way. Here we go. There we go. Let's hand it over to Fufusha. Fufucha. Cha-cha. How goes the gathering effort? How goes the gathering effort? Lest you forget, latex can be found outside the Blue Badger Gate and the Yellow Serpent Gate. Here's some pots of latex for you, my friend. Ah, yes. Precisely 10 pots of latex, just as I instructed. You have done well. Latex is easy to find and equally easy to harvest. As such, collecting this stuff is an ideal task for young botanists who are learning their way around a hatchet. Yet know that being able to swing said tool does not make you a botanist. You must also possess the knowledge to locate the resources you seek. That will be all from me for the present. I urge you to keep honing your senses and skills as a botanist. Gather near and far and learn from your experiences. I look forward to seeing you again when you have become better acquainted with our trade. Till then, I bid you happy gathering. Yay! Hello again. I'm told you've been putting your hatchet to good use. Well done! Yet, as I mentioned before, hacking away at trees does not make you a botanist. You must also strive to deepen your understanding of nature. I say this in the knowledge that you have done just that. Whether you realize it or not, you have the air of a woman who is at ease with the world around her. I do believe you're ready for your next task. I would like you to go to Tree Speak and there harvest 10 pots worth of maple sap. Once you have enough, pray deliver the sap to Cicely. She will be pleased to receive it. Off you go now. Tree Speak. Okay, fine. Maple sap. North Shroud. Oh, not that far. Pretty soon we'll be going far and wide. Oh, excuse me. Alright, let's keep moving. Yeah, I'm saving the Dragoon, Lancer Dragoon quest for last, just... I think it'd be cooler that way. Sorry. Man, that one guard gets a lot of work in. Feel proud, buddy. You get that, ladybug. Alright, so this would be Tree Speak up ahead. Let's see if there's any maple sap in here. There is. So we're just going to do this. Oh, that's done. Alright, let's go. We're done. And with this, we bring this back to Fufucha. Oh no, Sicily. Sicily. I think I have one of my squadron's name is Sicily. On a quest for maple sap? Then your best bet is to search in the vicinity of Treespeak. I happen to be waiting for delivery of sap myself. Might you be the botanist tasked with supplying it? I am indeed, because maple sap is an odorless and colorless liquid extracted from maple trees, and it can be boiled down to make sweet maple sugar. Ah, the maple sap I requested. Then you must be the new botanist Fufucha has been fussing over. Ah, but where are my manners? Thank you. Why do I need so much of this stuff? Well, allow me to explain. It's the very least I can do after all you've done. Boiling maple sap causes it to thicken into a sweet syrup called, aye, you guessed it, maple syrup. What is this, Canada? From maple syrup, we can make maple sugar, an ingredient used in various recipes, particularly confectionery, from cakes and tarts to toffees and chocolates. In short, all the things that children love. You probably guessed it by now, but the maple sap you harvested will be used to make sweets for the children, those poor souls who were orphaned by the calamity. They may put on a brave face, but their eyes reveal the depths of their sorrow. There's precious little joy left in their lives. But Gridania won't abandon them. No matter your walk of life, there is always something you can do to help. Though it may only last a fleeting moment, a single smile of theirs is worth all the effort. My apologies, I got carried away. Now, where was I? Ah, yes. In addition to maple sap, we botanists gather various other kinds of foodstuffs. As such, we work quite closely with culinarians, those disciples of hand who excel at cooking. We're also on good terms with woodworkers and weavers, as both are reliant upon us to supply the lumber and fiber they need for their respective crafts. As botanists, it behooves us to learn what manner of materials are used in crafting, and there's no better way to do it than firsthand. If you have an interest, you might consider dabbling in one of those disciplines out there. I also urge you to make a habit of reviewing the gathering log. As your knowledge of botany grows, many of its contents will become comprehensible to you. Well, I'd best see to the maple sap. It was lovely talking to you. Money. Ah, Clalin, you couldn't have come at a more opportune time. I have a favor to ask of you. We have just received an urgent request from the Order of the Twin Adder. They ask that we supply them with 10 crow feathers as soon as possible. Crows often leave behind feathers where they perch, which can be used to make arms and armor. Requests for the items have been coming in with increasing regularity. The situation must be grim indeed. It would not do to keep the defenders of our nation waiting. I would be most glad if you could help us fulfill this order. Crow feathers can be found in abundance in an area south of Gilbert Spire. Once you procure 10, promptly deliver them to Sicily. I've given her charge over our stores. My thanks in advance. Alright. Green tier. That is Central Shroud Kit. Right, I'm not going to run around back and forth, so to further west of the Botanist Guild is an Ethernet shard. I suggest you make use of it if you just want to walk around Gridania consistently. And we want to go to the Blue Badger Gate towards Central Shroud. And we keep moving. I don't think this is it. No, I need a level 10 one. Ah, just to double check. My way of doing this, if I'm stuck at a, or if I'm not even stuck, if I find I'm working on a tree or a mining location, but feel like I've gotten everything I needed, but I still have like a couple attempts of, well, gathering. Gather the crystals. You can always use crystals. There it is, right over there. That guy looks bored. Ah, help me! Help me, Wood Whaler! Help me! Dude. Dude! Your buddy helped. Whatever. He knows. He's the one that looked at me like, saying, I'm the dumb one to fight it. You brought it over, you fight it. Alright, we're done with our crow feathers. Let's go back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm not going to join a fate as this. Look at the name of this one. Clever Girls. If you look what they're fighting, anoles, raptors. That's actually a clever take on Jurassic Park. Where one of the characters that dies to raptors, he tries to essentially bait the or trap the raptors, and the raptors actually trapped him. They outsmarted the hunter. And then he died. And we're going back to Gridania. Before I head over there, I'm going to actually make a quick stop to... I'll just hand this in now. This way, if I want to done this current quest, then I'm gonna start selling more stuff or selling things. Hi, Cicely. You're helping us out again? My thanks, friend. In case you've forgotten, the crow's feather can be found in the area south of Gilbert Spire. The crow feather. The glossy black tail feather of a crow. Cool. Ah, the crow feathers. You have my thanks. Doubtless, you already know this from Fufusha, but it's the Order of the Twin Adders that requested the feathers. If I heard it's true, they're in the midst of preparing for war against the Ixal. The crow feathers are needed to make arms and armor, feathered harpoons, plumed yew crooks, and the like. It's a fine feeling being able to do our part to aid those men and women who defend our nation. But to need such a large stockpile of feathers, it gives me pause to imagine the bloodshed that lies ahead. Will the Tallswood ever know true peace? But there I go again with my wistful ramblings. Feel free to ignore me. Now, before I forget, Fufusha asked me to give you something on her behalf. A scythe. The scythe is what we call a secondary tool. Used in your offhand, it allows you to harvest from lush greenery in addition to the mature trees you already know so well. That Fufusha has seen fit to make you this gift is proof positive of your progress. You're no longer a novice, my friend. I dare say you're ready to try your hand at fieldcraft leaves, perhaps even take on grand company work. But first, I recommend you head into the wood and find some lush vegetation to try that new scythe on. Off you go now, and come back when you're ready to take on another task for the guild. Money. Okay, I guess I can't sell anything in here. That's unfortunate. Ah, my dear Clalin, you're looking ever more botanist. I do believe you're ready to take on further responsibilities for the guild. Guilds such as ours exist only by virtue of the cooperation of their members. Each individual must set an example for the rest if the collective is to thrive. The time has come for you to set such an example. A matter has arisen, the handling of which I would entrust wholly to you. You may deal with it as you see fit, providing you see the problem solved. The master in question concerns a valued client of ours, the merchant Albgast. It would appear one of our number has done something to upset him. Pray seek out the merchant at the ebony stalls and inquire after the reason for his ire. Oh, and choose your words well, lest you add fuel to the fire. Ebony stalls. Is that all the way to the east? Good, I need to go down that way area. And anyways, good. Good. Two birds with one stone. That guy's still down there. Alright, first I'll sell off what I have to sell off. Is this worth anything? Not much. This? People can use it, so... Hatchet? I can make money off of this, alright. Fufusha sent you, did she? Good. I'm not a man to mince words, so forgive me if I seem blunt. You know what marjoram is? But of course you do, you're a bleeding botanist. It's a very common ingredient in alchemy, isn't it? Very common. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but aren't you botanists supposed to be the experts in harvesting such stuff? Yes, you are. Strange then that the expert who brought me my last batch of fresh marjoram didn't so much harvest the poor plants as dismember them. Why, the leaves were so torn up I couldn't recognize what they were at first. Needless to say, they're next to useless. So, thanks to your herb hackling colleague, I have no marjoram to make my concoctions, which is why I inquired at your guild, only to be told that we were out of supplies. And here we are. Now, if it ain't too much trouble, I'd be obliged if you can bring me 10 sprigs of fresh marjoram. And I'd please like them whole, as opposed to the fine bleeding puree your bush butchering colleague delivered. Truth be told, I don't much care about your hatchet happy friend. What I do care about is not keeping my customers waiting for their medicine. In short, hurry. Oh, and for the love of gods, be gentle with the plants, will you? I shouldn't have to say it, but after the last book, I'm not taking any chances. So, marjoram. Not this. So this, not there, then here. Bent branch, okay. That can be done. Okay. There we go. Alright, right around here, I guess. And marjoram. Great. No, hold on. Looks like they're fine. Alright. here, we gotta go to the Ebony Stalls to Mr. Albagast. Albagast. He'll be aghast. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Unlike Miner and this, I don't think I have half of these in stock, so I have to actually go out and get it. Did you get the marjoram? The herb is said to grow around the matron's leaf. Though I hardly need to tell a botanist this. Do hurry, and keeping dozens of customers waiting. Marjoram. A sweet-smelling herb used in cooking and in medicines. Ah, the marjoram, and such fine specimens. I'm sorry I gave you such a hard time, friend. Thanks to you, I can get back to making echo drops. Do you know of echo drops? They are an alchemical concoction that restores voice to silent slips, allowing the embibbered to cast spells again. Conjurers and thermitages never leave home without a bottle or three. But I must say again, these are some of the finest specimens of marjoram I've seen. And they're none the worse for the picking. It's clear you know your way around the plant. As for your colleague with the heavy hand, I'm certain your guild will deal with him appropriately. Thanks again, and send my regards to Fufusha. As for the excess marjoram I got, is this worth anything? Not really. Alright, let's go to the Botanist Guild. Let's take our handy dandy Ethernet shard. Ah, there you are. Thank you for a job well done. There's no need to report the details. I have already heard all I need to know. It is my belief that the botanist in question had naught but personal gain in mind when he so hurriedly harvested the marjoram. In his haste to complete the task and claim its reward, he damaged the herbs and rendered them useless. Such greed brings shame to our guild, and I will not tolerate it. The offender's name shall be struck from our roll. Wow. As I taught you when you first came to us, a botanist nurtures the natural environment to the mutual benefit of man and wood. He who thinks only of his own benefit has no respect for nature and is unfit to call himself one of us. Of course, you hardly need reminding of this. Something tells me you shall never give me a cause to worry. But let us speak of cheerier matters. Tell me, did gathering the marjoram pose you any trouble? If you ever find your work unduly onerous, you might consider outfitting yourself with better gear. Even something as seemingly insignificant as a new pair of boots can make a world of difference. As you gain in knowledge and experience, you will find yourself venturing farther afield in search of new bounty, and your choice of equipment will become ever more critical. Go now, and keep up your efforts. I look forward to seeing you continue to grow as a botanist. And you're the guy on the inside just nodding. Yup. Yup. And money. Good morning, Clalin. I see from the soil in your hands that you have been as diligent as ever in your botany. I am not surprised. As we develop our new skills, so do our labors become more varied, and thus does our motivation grow. Yet know that motivation can only take one so far. If you wish to master botany, you must pay heed to those details which you have until now taken for granted. In particular, I speak of gear, the tools of our trade. Not all tools are created equal, you see. If you're to work with any degree of efficiency, you must use such gear as befits your ability. Lest you misunderstand, I am not telling you to go and replace your gear. There is a more frugal way to improve your tools, and one more respectful to nature besides. Tell me, have you heard of materia? It is a kind of crystal that can be used to enhance the efficacy of gear. In the past, the enhancement process required certain catalysts found throughout nature, the gathering of which was our domain, and new methods have rendered them obsolete. Be that as it may, these substances still make for ideal subjects of training for budding botanists such as yourself. Therefore, for your next task, I would like you to gather a quantity of one such catalyst, namely grade 1 carbonized matter. 15 fragments should suffice. A thorough search of the area surrounding Aleport will surely prove fruitful. The hamlet lies in western Lanosha upon the island of Vilbrand. Once you have gathered the requisite amount, pray present the carbonized matter to Sandra. He will teach you the basics of materia. Yeah, we're just gonna teleport there. $15, huh? All done. Let's go. I've already started walking. So what's everyone's favorite hometown of the three main cities that you start with? When I started playing as Clalin, mine was Ul'dah. And when I came back in Clalin Reborn and started anew with Andine, I went with Gridania. But I always felt Ul'dah was more my place. Oh. Oh, what you guys? Any town you guys prefer more? Fufusha sent you to learn about materia, you say? Very well. Bring me 15 fragments of grade 1 carbonized matter and we'll talk. Grade 1 carbonized matter. Naturally occurring coal infused with dark matter. It seems Fufusha has high hopes for you. Very well, let us speak of materia. The art of crafting with materia is yet new to Eorzea. was born to our shores by a goblin scholar named Mutamix some few years ago. Put simply, the process begins with extracting materia from old gear. This is then attached to another piece of gear, enhancing the item's properties. Mind you, it's not as if any halfwit can do the attaching. No, it takes a skilled craftsman with the necessary knowledge and experience. And once the process also requires substances known as catalysts. The carbonized matter you gathered is one such substance. But then they discovered a way to attach material without the stuff, and we botanists are a little more idle for it. Such is the way of progress. And that, my friend, is materia in brief. Now, I thank you not to ask me about the workings of it. That sort of scholarly stuff is beyond my fathoming. If you wish to know more, perhaps even try your hand at crafting with materia, I suggest you seek out the goblin Mutamix. It's said he has his camp at a place called the Bonfire, out in the wilds of central Clalin. Oh, and keep in mind that materia comes in a great many varieties, each granting unique benefits to the gear it's attached to. I dare say you lose count of all the kinds you can come across on your adventures. If I were you, I'd try to find a craftsman who'd be willing to attach materia for me. Chances are there's such a person among your list of acquaintances. Ah! There we go. Alright, let's start quest number 6, I think, or 5 or 6. Level 25 quest. As Gridania continues to make headway along the road to recovery, ever more outsiders shall flock to her gates. They come here in the hopes of trading, and Gridania must welcome them if she is to forge stronger bonds with her neighbors and prosper. Make no mistake, busy times are ahead. Verily, you have just now received an order for no fewer than 2,000 fine quality sprigs of chamomile from the quicksand in Ul'dah. So run along and harvest them, would you? Oh yeah, I jest, of course. A task of this scale will require more than 2 hands. If you would be so good to procure, say, 15 sprigs, I would consider it an appropriate contribution. Chamomile is well known for its fragrant aroma and soothing properties. There is satisfaction to be had in ensuring the folk that every corner of the realm can sample the delights of this great staple. Do you not agree? The herb is abundant in Upper Lenosha, around Oakwood to be precise. Once you have harvested 15 sprigs, pray deliver them to Sandra. Into Upper Lenosha we go. And onto our chocobo. And I'm forgetting how to get out of this place, so we're just running in circles. There we go. $15 sprigs, okay. Oh, then. So, Fufusha had you harvesting chamomile as well, does she? Return here when you have 15 sprigs, and I'll add them to the pile. While you harvest, I shall ponder how in the 7 hells I'm supposed to ship them all. Chamomile, a fragrant yellow flower found growing throughout Vilbrand. 13, 14, 15. Aye, precisely 15 sprigs of chamomile. My thanks, friend. Ah, that distinct aroma. There's nothing like chamomile tea to calm the nerves. It's the perfect way to end the day, I reckon. Now all I have to do is wait for your fellow harvesters to bring the rest, pack the lot, and drag it all to the airship landing. I expect I'll have earned a cup or two of tea when that's done. Though I rather suspect it will be the very last thing I fancy. I don't know if Fufusha mentioned, but this batch is bound for Ul'dah. It would seem the lords and ladies there have developed a taste for chamomile tea. Developed a taste, I say, but like as not, you drink it just to impress their neighbors. Wouldn't surprise me one bit if each cup was served on a golden saucer. But there I go again, spouting my old prejudices. It's a bad Gridanian habit. I know sooner or later I'll have to get rid of it. Don't want a visiting Ul'dah to splash hot tea in my face now, do I? Clalin's kind of Ul'dah. I don't think I'll splash tea. That'd be a waste of tea. Alright, let's keep moving. I fear we have a situation on our hands, Clalin. The guild's crop of alligator pears have been ravaged by vermin, and scarcely a day before the fruit was due to be picked. It is disheartening to see our labors come to naught, but such is the way of nature. Alas, our woes do not end there. In a fine example of ill timing, no sooner had the disaster come to light than we received an unusually large order for, yes, alligator pears from the Clalin canopy. Yet all hope is not lost, for the fruit also grows in the wild. We need but find enough to fulfill the order, 15 to be precise. Our man, Solier, is charged with keeping track of such produce as may be harvested in the Twelveswood. He spends most of his days around Bent Branch meadows at this time of year. If there are alligator pears out there, he will know where to find them. Pray seek him out, Clalin, and do as he directs. Alright, we'll go speak with Solier. I guess I'll take a chocobo porter there. Silent Arbor, South Shroud. Alright, so I guess that's just the way of it. Bent Branch Meadows first. What's the name for this stream? This got title for this. Let's see. Looking for alligator pairs, eh? I heard the unfortunate tidings, yet all we can do is take it on the chin and cope as best we can. I recommend you search northeast of Quarry Mill. Wild alligator pairs grow there, and we're doing well. When I last passed through. Barring pests, they should be ripe for picking right about now. Oh, and just so you know, the place you're going is no different from any other untamed corner of the Twellswood. By which I mean it's full of nasties. Botanists like myself avoid the area if we can help it. But it should be as a walk through the flower garden for an adventurer like you. Now you had best be on your way. Those alligator pears aren't going to pick themselves. Now, let's continue on here. I'll get a chocobo keep for this one as well. Go to Quarry Mill. Or not. Wow, seriously? No, it was this way. And we're going, yes indeed, this way. As he said about northeast, so we're going to go northeast. Alligator pair 15, not a problem. Done. All right, we're done. Back to go down, here we go. Ooh, red sun at night. I like that. Did I even have any of these pairs on me anywhere? Jesus Christ. I should check whether I have these first or not. Yeah. Could have saved myself a trip. I'll be selling some more stuff again soon. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Who knows? It looks like these quest lines proceeding at a pretty steady pace. So, curious to see how much time we have left by the time we're done. Maybe I'll stop the stream and start a new one, doing specifically for the next one I do. We'll see. I trust you now know where alligator pears are found in nature. Please hurry. It would not do to keep our client waiting. Alligator pears. A soft green fruit, also known as shroud butter. Though not... Hang on. A soft green fruit, also known as shroud butter. Though not thought to be indigenous to Eorzea, it is not certain how the plant first came to the realm. "15 alligator pears, and just in the nick of time. You have spared us Mune's wrath. Lest you understand, Mune is a reasonable woman, ordinarily. It is just that much rests upon the fruit's availability. Alligator pear are to form the centerpiece of a new dish of hers, you see. A hearty salad which she had been promoting furiously to adventurers far and wide. Mune would not have been best pleased had her plan gone awry. But, owing to your efforts, she can keep her promise, and we are good reputation. My profoundest thanks." I trust you have learned a valuable lesson from this episode, namely that we must not take nature's bounty for granted. As I taught you when first you came to us, nature is an unsentimental creature. She may provide for our every need today, only to take it all away on the morrow. Those who would walk the path of botany must first come to terms with this fact, and the sooner the better. For should your labors prove fruitless, and they frequently shall, no amount of brooding will avail you. At such times, one must remember that, for all her seeming cruelty, nature is not our enemy. She simply is. If you become intimate with her and partake of her bounty, you must learn to accept her unconditionally. Learn to accept her unconditionally. 52! Woo! Tales of the Land. What's this for? Oh, complete all level 30 Disciples of the Land quest. Yeah! Seeker of Bounty. Seeker of Blood. Ah, Clalin, you couldn't have come at a better time. A dear old friend of mine has found herself in a predicament and is in dire need of a botanist's aid. Normally, I would not trouble you with a request of such a personal nature. This task, however, should serve you nicely in your training. A contingent of the God's Quiver had just returned victorious from a hard-fought battle with the Exile. My culinarian friend Yanni has been tasked with overseeing a feast befitting the occasion. Unfortunately, she is suffering an untimely shortage of a key ingredient. I would ask you to harvest 20 laurel leaves, which can be found amidst the lush vegetation in the northeast of Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan. Then bring them to me for inspection. Alright. I'm going to change the name of this from what I have now to something else because I have not seen one speck of bush wood yet. I'm going to go this way just to sell this off first. And yes, you can be, if you want to avoid gathering all together, you can just buy them off the market board. Most of it, anyways. Hey, it's Lisette. I'm happy to report that Hansfoss and I have been having such a splendid time that our little misunderstanding has entirely left our minds. Oop. And now that I've assuaged any of your lingering concerns, I bid you go enjoy the festivities yourselves. Forgive me, I was just reflecting on Lisette's passionate display earlier. I fear my heart has yet to recover. Let me just ask those questions if you want. Hey, it's Linkthas from Limsa Laminsa. Hey, if you're expecting to have one of them art-shaped chocolates, you can pick them up from the purveyor. I have you know their fare is as rich as their history. Some 100 years ago, the Culinarian Guild was honored by House Valiantone with the sole privilege of baking these art-shaped treats you see. And there ain't no better time than the season of ardor and affection to delight in them is there. They're delectable as they come, so make sure you get them while they're getting's good. Oh, just buy one. Nom 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 nom. Nom 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 nom. Alright. Steel hatchet. You know what? We'll see. Someone might buy it in the future. Is this sold fast enough? Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so south of Thanalan, little Alamigo. $20 pieces of laurels. Not a problem. North, okay. Yeah, let's do this quickly like this. Should be over and done with. Actually, probably get after this. Or one more. I would ask you to harvest 20 laurel leaves, which can be found amidst the lush vegetation to the northeast of Little Alamigo in southern Thanalan, and then bring them to me for inspection. Laurels. A savory spice made from the dry leaves of the laurel bush, or, as is known by some, the yanni bush. Yanni. Let me see here. 1920. And nary a withered leaf among the lot. Yanni will be pleased as peas. Speaking of which, do you know why laurel is so prized by culinarians across the realm? Not only does it boast a most pleasant aroma, deep yet not overpowering, the perfect accent to a savory stew or seasoning for a steak, but is also known to stimulate the appetite. The brave men and women of the God's Quiver feast now, but it is only a matter of time before they are summoned back to the field of battle. Deliver the laurel to Yanni, that she might prepare a feast that will warm their hearts as well as sate their stomachs. Greetings, friend. Are you perchance the botanist to whom Fufushan entrusted my order for laurel? Well, I can see why Fufushan is always singing your praises. These will be among the crispiest, most aromatic laurel leaves ever to grace my spice rack. Exotic raiding parties grow more relentless with each passing day, and I fear that the day will come when we can no longer afford to feast our men as heartily as we do today. Still, Gridania's finest requires sustenance as much as they need their lances and bows. I am but a simple culinarian, but I would do what I can to support my countrymen, and yet there's only so much I can accomplish on my own. At any rate, I am grateful for your aid. Pass along my thanks to Fufusha, and let her know that I shall be calling upon your services again. I hear Yanni was overjoyed with your delivery. Thanks to you, she'll be able to prepare a feast befitting the triumphant occasion. And yet, truth be told, I take no pleasure in martial victories. Every day that we continue to water the soil with blood, I fear we lose something of what we once were. There was a time when Gridania and Ixal alike lived in harmony with nature, and with each other. Is there no other way to resolve our differences than with lance and arrow? Forgive me, I do not mean to burden you with troubles. Good evening, Clalin. Forgive me if I seem a bit pensive. If you must know, the thought that our harvests are contributing to the war effort has been weighing heavily on my heart. What I truly wish is to be an agent of peace. But what can a humble botanist do? In the meanwhile, another order has come in from Yanni, this time for zucchini, in large quantities. No, I'm afraid our homegrown harvest simply will not suffice. Fortunately, they are set to grow wild and in abundance in the Lanosha region. I would ask that you travel to eastern Lanosha and harvest 20 of the finest zucchini you can find from this area south of Raincatcher Gully. When you are through, bring them here to me. Yeah, I'm gonna teleport there. Where exactly is this zucchini? South. Okay, I can live with that. One more. Or two. And you get the rest in shards. Yep. Let's hand these in the Fufusha. I would ask you to travel to Isla Nosha and harvest 20 of the finest zucchini you can find from the area south of Raincatcher Gully. When you are through, bring them here to me. Alright, Ramhorn Zucchini. This long, thin variety of squash earns its name from its resemblance to the horn of a mountain ram. Cool. What resplendent zucchini! I had no idea such succulent specimens could be found in the wild. Truly a testament to the splendor of nature, is it not? The zucchini plant is quite sensitive to humidity. One would never see them grow so large and luscious here in the Twelveswood. Furthermore, they are quick to ripen and quicker to rot, meaning that timing is of the essence. And yet, a perfectly ripe zucchini is truly a thing of beauty. Sweet enough to be savored raw, its skin retains a pleasantly firm texture even when stewed. I suppose Yanni means to prepare a wholesome and hearty feast for our soldiers. I know, I should take pride in serving our nation this way, but I have troubled you enough. Take your harvest to Yanni with my blessing. Where's Yanni? Not there anymore? Oh, she's inside the guild. Okay. Here she is. Which assured me my 20 zucchini were on the way. Might you be the one who took the order? Indeed I was, my dear. Why, what remarkable zucchini! I've not seen the likes of these in quite some time. At the risk of sounding boastful, I dare say that my next batch of ratatouille is shaping up to be the tastiest Gridania has ever seen. Ratatouille is a dish that holds a special place in my heart. It was the first recipe I learned, you see, taught to me by none other than Fushasha's own mother. My father was a traveling merchant, and our family moved often when I was young. I had a few friends until we moved here to Gridania, where I befriended Fufusha. Hours would I spend by her side as she rooted through her garden. After sunset, we would go inside, where her mother would whip up a ratatouille that truly warmed both body and soul. Ah, to relive those days. Wait a minute, I have an idea. This is the ratatouille that inspired me to pursue the culinarian's path from such a young age. Do take a bowl to Fufusha. It seems she could use something to pick up her spirits these days. That looks kind of tasty. I thank you for delivering the zucchini to Yanni. I suppose she's already slaving over a hot stove, preparing a meal that would give our warriors the stamina they need to fight yet another... What's that? Yanni has something for me? Special ratatouille. Just like Fufusha's old ma used to make. Why, this is my mother's ratatouille. I always knew that Yanni loved this recipe, but I had no idea she had learned to reproduce it to such succulent perfection. This brings me back to the old days. Yes, things were so much simpler then. Now the ratatouille that once warmed our hearts after hours spent frolicking in the garden serves to light a fire in the bellies of those who march off to war. Will things never again be as they were? Clalin, I trust you, not only as a botanist, but as one who shares my dream of bringing peace to the forest that shelters us. The Order of the Twin Adder has commissioned from us mistletoe in staggering quantities. You will need to search in the vicinity of Camp Dragonhead in the central highlands of Korthus. The curative properties of mistletoe make it a vital ingredient for many salves and medicines. I cannot help but fear that our guild has once more been drawn into serving this fruitless war effort. Forgive me for being a hopeless idealist, Clalin. Could you visit the Adder's Nest and inquire with Lieutenant Gavin as to the nature of this request? I will not refuse his order. You may rest assure him of that. I simply wish to know. Gavin, I think, is in the Adder's Nest. Okay. Mistletoe. If I were to get mistletoe... I think I have some. Nope, never mind. So, Fufusha wishes to know how the mistletoe will be used before she fills the order. 'Tis a fair enough request. I have no intent to deceive her, nor you. The mistletoe will be used to prepare medicines for the battles ahead. It is as simple as that. This will not please a pacifist like Fufusha, I know. What can be done? Did she think that we enjoyed bloodshed any more than she? Were there a way to bring peace back to the forest? I would be the first to welcome it. In the meantime, the Exalt continue to attack their people, and we do what we can to protect them. A single soldier such as myself has no more power to end this war than does a botanist. In any event, I must return to my duties. If you could harvest 20 sprigs of mistletoe, tell Fufusha that a courier will be along to receive them. The order would be in your debt. Alright, White Brim it is. Going the wrong way. I want to go to the east side of here, I think. I should get the actual location. Oh, I'm already here. I don't need to go any further than here. Mistletoe, mistletoe. That's 15. I only need to get 5 more from here. I hope that this place will be nice to me for this. But with my luck, I don't know what we'll do. Let's chop down this tree and get some mistletoe. There we go, we're done. Welcome back, Clalin. So it is as I feared. Do not worry, I'll take the 20 sprigs of mistletoe. Mistletoe, a poisonous parasitic plant which survives by attaching itself to other larger plants. It is often gathered and put on display during regional winter festivals. Thank you. You have served the guild well once more. And so the unending cycle of bloodshed goes on, needless to say, by no fault of your own. I bear no ill will to Lieutenant Gavin or his people. On the contrary, I have naught but respect for his candor, not to mention his service to my homeland. What weighs heavily on my heart is a sentiment far more simple, almost childish. I cannot bear to see this force I love suffer any longer. War is inevitable, this I understand. But by aiding the war effort, do we not merely contribute to the suffering? We profit from it. No better than the parasitic mistletoe. We suck the life out of the trees that shelter us for our own personal gain. A parasite. Is that what our once proud guild has been reduced to? How can I in good conscience permit this to go on? Forgive me, I would be alone with my thoughts for a while. Forgive me if I seemed a bit distant the last time we spoke. Allow me to get straight to the point. I have not come to this decision easily, but I have come to it all the same. As of today, I resigned from the Botanist Guild. Our battle with the Ixal rages on, and there are rumblings from the Empire as well. With each passing day, more people die. The soil is stained deeper with blood, and the 12th wood weeps. Meanwhile, I feel orders for the war effort. And for what purpose? That more Ixal may suffer and die than Gordanians? No. If that is what it means to be a botanist in this day and age, I want no part of it. Yanni, may Nafika bless her dear heart, tried her best to convince me to stay. Still, I fear my heart is settled. Mind you, this decision is mine alone. I would pass no judgment on those who find meaning in their efforts here. Should you wish to continue to serve the guild, I am sure Yanni will have suitable tasks for you. Farewell, Clalin, and may the 12th wood ever shelter you. Oh, Clalin, I'm so glad you're here. You spoke to Fufusha, yes? It absolutely breaks my heart to see what's become of my old friend. Fufushu and I have known each other since we were both knee-high to a fungar. I assure you, her knowledge of and passion for the flora of this realm is second to none. This guild would be absolutely lost without her guidance. Of course, I understand her worries. These are not easy times for a true seeker of peace and friend to nature. And yet, I cannot help but feel that her emotions cloud her better judgment. That she is not seeing the forest for the trees, if you will. Fufusha has convinced herself that she is doing more harm than good to the natural world she so loves. Preposterous! Has she forgotten the countless trees she planted after the calamity? Journeying far and wide to return lush verdure to our shattered realm. Someone must remind her of all she has accomplished and the work she has still left to be done. To that end, I made contact with one of Fufusha's former apprentices, a botanist by the name of Ruatelin, who now tends to a forest that Fufusha herself led the planting of many years ago. Tends to a forest. My words as a friend will not reach Fufusha now, but a fellow botanist who understands the depths of her words can heal the wounds in her heart. I beg of you, speak with this Ruatelin and seek his counsel. Ruatelin tends to the forest surrounding Timberford's Lodge in the central highlands of Corthus. Please go quickly. Once Fufusha leaves our guild behind, I fear that she will never return. More stuff to sell. Ruatelin. Well met, Clalin. Yanni told me to expect you. I'm Ruatelin, a humble botanist plying his trade in these bleak lands. Botany is not simply my livelihood. I consider it my true calling. A calling I would never have discovered were it not for Fufusha's guidance. Needless to say, I was devastated to hear the news. All hope is not lost, however, as I have hit upon an idea. Tell me, are you familiar with the spruce tree? I do not blame you if you are not, as it is a rare sight these days. As Fufusha would tell it, in the years before the calamity, vast forests of spruce would stretch for malms and malms. What spruce trees you see today are the result of Fufusha's efforts to bring the flora of ages past back to Eorzea. Perhaps seeing that her work has borne fruit will convince her not to abandon her life as a botanist. Knowing Fufusha as I do, the gesture would mean the most to her if the spruce were harvested by the hand of an apprentice close to her heart. Your hand. Before you set off, be forewarned. Spruce is still rare in these parts, and not easily discerned. Only one with knowledge of the truth of forests could hope to identify such trees, and then only after straining the eyes from the break of dawn. If you're a true friend, you will come upon mature trees unlike any you have seen before. Harvest from them 3 spruce logs and bring them back to me. Alright, let's go. So it's 9 a.m. your time, so getting close. Do I have those already, though? That's the other thing. Alright, I'll wait till the next couple bit. Oh, what am I doing? Let's see if I actually have this anywhere. I do not. Alright, that's fine. while I wait, I can go to an NPC, sell some of these items. That's a good idea. Ah, well, I'll wait. Ooh. Yeah, wait a little bit longer. All I need are 3 logs, not a problem. Easily done. Should be here any moment now. Almost 9 a.m. European time. To the north. Got it. 'Cause let's get as many as we can. $53. Thought you were gonna make things a lot easier. Oh well, that is what it is. What turn we have to go to? I want to do that fate because I don't have that one done. It's a chain fate, but I'm not what I'm working on right now. I just want the achievement for that. I won't get it today, but I'll get it some other time. Should you have any difficulty locating the spruce trees, remember, only one with knowledge of the truth of forests can see them, and only after waiting from dawn till sundown. If your eyes are a true friend, you will come upon mature trees unlike any you have seen before. Did you follow all that? Very well. Gather 3 spruce logs and bring them back here to me. Spruce log. A rough-cut log of spruce timber. Remarkable gathering, Clalin. I see that Fufusha has trained you well. I had a hand to deliver the Fufusha straight away, but I just received some troubling news. You have heard that we here in Korthus are locked in war. I've had a mind to deliver them to Fufusha straight away, but I just received some troubling news. You have heard that we here in Korthus are locked in war with the dragons, have you not? A recent dragon raid has left many soldiers and settlers without shelter. A carpenter in the area is doing all he can to construct new lodging, but lumber is painfully short supply. I share your concern for Fufusha, but I am sure you agree that our first priority as botanists is to help those in need. Why, Fufusha herself taught me as much. Clalin, please seek out that carpenter and deliver him some spruce logs, that the people of Korthus need to suffer without a roof over their heads for no longer. Alright. Yes? On the off chance, are you either blind or stupid? I'm a busy man. Busy doing what, you say? Searching for lumber, that's what. We've no end of houses that need blah 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 blah. That's what. We've no end of houses that need rebuilt after being smashed to bits by those damn dragons. Or haven't you noticed there's a war going on here? Look, I don't mean to be rude, but I've no time for chit-chat. Take a look around. These ain't hospitable lands. Without shelter, people will die. Damn it all. If there's not a single sturdy log left in all the highlands... Why, I've never seen wood like this. What in the name of the 12? Where in the name of the 12 did you find this? To think that lumber this quality could be found in these lands, why, I'll not forget this kindness, friend. These trees will save lives. Those trees will save lives? You bet they will, little missy. Speaking of which, whom do I have the pleasure of addressing? My name matters not. I am just a humble botanist and nothing more. I would bid you speak to my colleague, Roteluea, at the Timberlord's Lodge. He will see that you never want for lumber. I don't know who you are, miss, but I'm glad we met. The Glodger are truly watching over us today. Shall we go for a walk, Clalin? Okay. When When Yanni suggested I travel to Corthus, I had not the slightest idea what she had in mind. The moment I laid eyes on this forest, I remembered. This was your intent, was it not? You, Yanni, and Rotelue? Your gentle concern for my faltering heart is not lost on me, nor is the meaning of this forest. The trees themselves speak volumes. The seeds, the art of botany, the love and reverence for nature that we brought to Ishgard have taken root in the lands and the hearts of the people, and grown strong, strong indeed. As strong as the majestic spruce that once more graced these snow-swept highlands. The spruces that will now provide shelter and comfort to those who have been ravaged by war. Like the Twelveswood, this forest has suffered greatly in times of strife. And yet, this forest has strengths. A strength that has harbored since time immemorial, and one it shares with us, a strength that goes beyond logs we harvest for, or the herbs we gather. I must never forget the lessons I have learned here today. On the contrary, I must share what I have discovered here, that hope might take root again in the hearts of our countrymen. Let us return to Gdansk. The Twelveswood is calling us home. Guys. Do you hear, Clalin? The leaves whisper to us, welcome us home. To think that I almost turned my back on them forever. The battles rage on, and the forest will not go unscathed. Gudanian and Ixal hack away at innocent branches and uproot flowers and shrubs for their own self-seeking causes. The sadness, the powerlessness is at times too great to bear, and yet, if I were to walk away, who would tend to the wounded forest in my stead? There's only so much that a lone botanist can accomplish, and yet, every seed that is planted, every tree that takes root brings us one step closer to a future where we live in harmony with the forest. In my pain and frustration, my eyes have been blinded to the truth. Thanks to you, Yanni, and Rotelue, I see again. Rest easy. I will remain here at the Growey. How could I not? The forest needs every friend it can muster in these dark times, and it would seem I still have much to learn. I would be honored to continue to walk the path of the botanist with you, not as guildmaster and apprentice, but as peers, fellow shepherds of the forest. Be you ever safe in your travels. money. And that concludes the end of the story, the botanist story within Final Fantasy XIV's Realm Reborn. Much like every other previous job, it stops here until I get to the Heavensward area, which will probably be happening within the next couple weeks. As after this, there's now 3 other jobs to finish up here: carpentry, leatherworking, and Lancer/Dragoon. Following that, I'm going to go through the Hildebret storyline and pick up any random quests I find around between here and the... well, whatever random quests I've left unturned. Once that's done, with the exception to the fish. Damn fish. We'll see, maybe I'll get lucky. I didn't get lucky earlier today when I tried fishing, nor last night. We'll see what happens. Until such a time, for those that joined, I thank you for joining me for these past 3 streams I've done today. If I do a 4th one, I don't know, it is getting late. Work that comes early does tend to come early. And sleep helps with that, so we'll see. But for now, we're going to let this rest. If you like what you see, click on like, click on follow. I truly appreciate everyone that follows and likes my videos, my streams. It's a blessing in itself. If you want to leave comments on the video, by all means, I'll try to respond to them as best I can. For those that did place comments, thank you very much for that. And I shall see you all later. Actually, before that, let's raid someone tonight. Who shall we raid? So many choices, so many choices. They're doing ultimate, so they're not gonna have time to look at this easily. And I do not want to interrupt them. Let's go with Cider Spider. Alright, folks. Once again, I thank everyone for joining. Hope you all had a great weekend. Hope you have a safe night. And I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Till then, take care. And thank you. Oh. I want to do this before I left. Hang on. Later.